Hello everybody, Prow here, and welcome to another episode of the Bedrock Guide. And today, we are going to rewind just a little bit, and we're going to spend some time back over here at the skeleton farm. Now, this project is unfinished, and being our first farm, I don't want to leave it that way. So today, our goals are to get an item sorter and a trash can set up, and make this place look as nice as it does up in here. Yeah, it looks great in here, not so great down there. Gotta fix it. So we have some chests back here, and this is actually where we're gonna start. So the setup right now is just a bunch of hoppers running back into the back of these chests. I haven't showed it off yet to you guys really because it wasn't gonna stay like this. Now, this type of setup is really simple. You have items coming into the hopper right here, which is where the skeletons are falling. And then these hoppers at the top all face in one direction. And as items go across, they go down and fill up, and then once they fill up everything through here, they go down and fill up, etc., etc. And what you end up with is a huge unorganized mess that's really hard to sort through and get what you need. So we are going to be working on an item filter system today. An item filter is extremely easy to build, especially this one, and it will help us sort all of our bones and arrows into two separate rows of chests, which you can do with any stackable items. And then anything that doesn't stack, like bows and armor and such, that'll all go into some unsorted chests at the end. So here's what we're looking at. We're gonna have these stairs come down this way, which pretty much makes all of this area over here not usable. Also, this hopper right here becomes a little bit of a problem. Yeah, it does. A hopper's a bit of a problem. It might work if we face it this way, like that. And then what we'll do, yeah, I think that'll work. So we're actually going to do some trickery here in how we hide this. We're going to run this hopper in this direction. We're going to run it this way and run it behind these stairs. This is going to cost us a few extra hoppers to do this, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make the aesthetics of a room look nice. Don't be afraid to bend a redstone contraption or device or something like this around the build that you're going to do. So if these steps come down like this, this is actually going to need to be quite a bit larger, I think, and it's going to have to go this way. So I want to dig out an actual space for all of that. So we got a layout going here. I figured out what I wanted to do in terms of like the block layout first, and now we're going to figure out how everything's going to fit into it. So I did a 3 wide stairway that's going to go down. There will be some sort of pillar that's right here. So this kind of remains 3 wide going through here, a 3 wide area here. And then this will also be a 3 wide area to get to the chests. There's going to be a pillar right here, and our chests are going to start right there, just like that. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have 1, 2. So we'll have like, again, we're kind of planning this out. We'll have, say, bones, arrows, junk chest. And then I actually kind of want like one more area right here. No, you know what? No, we won't. We'll find a way to make it work. I have a plan for the end of this thing right here that I'm not going to quite reveal yet. And we'll have to see how it works out, and I may have to adjust things, but we're going to go with this for now. And then we're going to have this guy be 3 chests tall because I like working at odd numbers typically, and 3 chests is going to be good. And then for the way this item system is going to work, I'm trying to do pick block here, sorry about that. We're going to have hoppers at like all of this level, like you would normally, going into the back of the chest. Make sure you click them all properly. Remember, you're holding down the duck button and clicking. They're all facing into the chests. And then normally speaking, you would have a row of hoppers just running straight across right here, but that's not how an item sorter works. We actually need to go a little bit further. We're going to put some temporary blocks right here on top of the back of these chests, and we need to face one more set of hoppers going into the back. They got to face forward just like this. They cannot face down. Make sure they face forward. And then from there, we'll have our, whoopsie, we'll have our row of, why is that not working? Got to make sure you click in the right spot. It's got to be on the side of it. Have our, get our hoppers there. We'll have our hoppers going this way that are going to actually be transporting the items. I ended up having to lower the floor by 1 block just to make this work. So that way we could have our 3 high row of chests. But we're just going to go ahead and kind of step these guys back And again, make sure you always click the right way and that these always are, look, I didn't get that one. He's facing down. It's not facing forward. So I'll go through and I'll double check the rest of them, but make sure you get all of these dudes facing forward like this. Face this guy this way like that. And then we need to pop this out, face that way. So good. So now everything's getting routed in that direction, which is what we need. Now we need to get some building blocks on us to start laying out exactly how we're going to be doing the item filter system. Now behind where your hoppers are, you're going to want to give yourself 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks behind the hoppers. And then I'm going to show you how many materials you need to use for each item that you're going to sort. And you'll just need to multiply that by however many items you're going to sort. So what we're going to do here is, first of all, do I have any items to close that up? Because last thing I need is a creeper to come in here and like try to blow me up, because you guys know my luck with creepers. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a block, start out with a block right here at this level, at the top chest level, like that. And then temporary block for me, and we're going to put another block kind of like diagonal up above that. This next block needs to be glass, and I'll explain why in a moment. And then one last block back here, and you'll have those 4 blocks. And these 4 blocks will come all the way down. And then also, almost forgot, temporary block right there. And 1 block right here. So you will take this pattern and you're going to run it all the way down. And that's actually what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's how many items we're going to sort, rows we're going to sort. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. So now what we're going to do, we're going to hop up here, and we're going to take our comparator, and I'm going to explain why you're using the comparator here in a moment. And we're going to just kind of jump and place these guys right here. They're facing this direction. Then we are going to take redstone dust, and we're going to sprinkle it in right here, just like this. We're going to take our redstone torches, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to take some repeaters, although it can also be comparators. It doesn't matter which one, but I like to use the repeaters because they're a little bit cheaper to make. And now let's actually take a look at how this thing's going to work. We're going to give an example of how this works. So the comparator in this case is actually going to read how many items we have in here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, just as an example, let's do here. Let's actually go get our arrows real quick. Actually, we need to go to an anvil. You guys need to go to an anvil. You need to take a block and you need to rename a stack of blocks. In this case, we're going to use everybody's favorite block, diorite. And what you need to do is you need to go into the name section and you need to name it sub to prow. If you don't name it sub to prow, it's not going to work. It'll still work, but it's not going to work. And we want to go down. I got my arrows. I got my bones on me. We're going to go into the back of the system right here and actually see it starting to fill up with stuff already because we have like skeletons dropping down there. So we're going to take this sub to prow block and we're going to fill in these last 4 slots with 1 each. Okay. And then we're going to do, I think I said bones first. We're going to throw in a stack of bones here. We're going to do the same thing here. Stack of bones. Same thing here. Stack of arrows. Same thing in this one. And stack of arrows. Now, you need to do it this way. If you don't, it's going to break, and I'll explain why in a moment. So, single items, a stack, and you're going to end up with 41 items in here. So the way that a comparator works is it reads what is in the hopper and it outputs a redstone signal based on how many items are in that hopper. The more items that are in it, the stronger that signal, from 1 all the way to 15. 1 being when there's just 1 item in here, 15 being when there is a full hopper with all slots completely filled up with full stacks, right? So in this particular case, what's happening right now is we have this redstone signal is strong enough to put a signal strength out of 2. When we have 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 items in here, it sends out a signal strength of 1, 2. These 2 are on, this one right here is actually turned off. Now, if I don't know if I can reach it from here. I cannot. Let's grab some bones here. Now, what's going to happen is whenever a 43rd item goes into, or 42nd item goes into this hopper right here, this redstone signal goes out to 3. When this redstone signal goes out to 3, this has power. This redstone dot does. And that powers this block right here. When this block has power, this redstone torch turns off, which is why we need the glass right here, because the glass cannot be powered by redstone at all. So if we had a solid block here, I like to give demonstrations. I'll show you guys exactly what would happen. I put a power block right here. Look at what it's doing. It just bugged out the whole system and broke it right there, just in that little bit. So actually we need to go ahead and replace that. Did I just break this? I did just break this. Let me get this fixed back up. All fixed. And then this right here right now, when this torch is on, it is powering that redstone repeater. That repeater just repeats that signal, sends it back out. It is giving this block right here power. You can see that the repeater's on. It's powering this block. And remember, whenever a powered block is touching a hopper, it turns that hopper off. So what's happening is these items, they cannot flow down into this hopper right now because this hopper is turned off with this power from this repeater coming from this torch. So to turn that hopper on, we need to take power away from that torch right there, which means we need to get this redstone signal to 3. So if I jump in, I'm just going to dump in these bones right here. They are now flowing into there. You see that that's off. We have a redstone signal of 3 right now. And then once those finish running through, this shuts back off. Should take just a moment. And there we go. That torch cut back on. It locked the hopper again. And all of these items are able to sit. So what happens now is this takes the bones. This takes the bones. When we have our arrows going through, they're going to skip this and this because there's all of these hopper slots are full. An arrow cannot go into this, right? It's going to check this one. It can't go into this one either. It's going to check this one, and bam, we got arrows right there, right? So if we go and we throw all of our arrows right here, it's going to make its way across, and it's going to start going down from this one. It's not making it this far, and it's got that filled up. And now you see this one is turned off. This system right here will work for you guys almost 100% of the time. I say almost because unfortunately there's some bugs with Bedrock Redstone and how it updates to where every once in a while some items are going to make it through. They just are. It's an unfortunate side effect, but it's really not a lot. It's probably just a couple percentage, like one every like couple stacks or something like that. Now, the next portion here that I mentioned to you guys was about the number of items you put in here. So you will see some people tell you that what you can do is you can actually take your 41 items out of there, put this guy right here to 41, and have just one item right here. So that way, every time a second item goes in, it just runs through the system, right? It sounds like a really good idea at first. It really does. Problem with it is if you fill up this whole system somehow, maybe it has to do something with loaded chunks that are weird. Maybe you don't have a way to get rid of items at the end when the chests are all the way filled up. Maybe it has something to do with lag. It could be a lot of different reasons. If this row right here ever gets filled all the way up with bones, the signal strength's actually not going to be 3, it's going to be 4. So then the redstone could go 1, 2, 3, and 4 slots, and then it's going to start emptying out the section beside it, and it's going to ruin your entire item sorter. So I recommend not doing it like that. I recommend having 1, 1, 1, and 1, and then putting your 40. I don't know where the extra bones went. I put them in there already. Put your 41 bones right here, 41 items right here. The system is overflow proof at that point. You cannot break it with an overflow. It will not break. And what about this section right here, you may ask? Well, we don't need any sorting system here because there's only a certain number of items that come through the system. We got bones, we got arrows, and we got like items and other bows and armor and like miscellaneous stuff like that. All of that stuff is just going to come in here. So we don't need to sort it because it's just the leftovers basically. Now we need to build in some type of overflow protection, because what if I AFK here for a long time and I fill up all of the overflow chests? Well, what's going to happen is it's going to then back up all of these hoppers with those single items. Then we're not going to be getting any more bones. We're not going to be getting any more arrows. And then all of those items are going to end up sitting right there on top of that hopper right there. And they're not going to go anywhere. And that's going to cause a lot of lag, and I'm going to miss out on items. So we don't want that. So now what we're going to do is build a trash can. What a trash can is basically whenever the system overflows, so whenever any of these sorted items fills all the way up, or whenever this row right here of junk items fills all the way up, it's going to then continue those items down further down the line, and it's going to come into a trash can. So let me get the things I need to build the trash can now. I got a cool idea for it, and we are going to put that together. And that trash can, we're going to save actually until the very end. I was just thinking about it, and I want to build it into the aesthetics of the room, and I can't properly plan it without seeing what the room's going to look like. So that means we get to switch gears a little bit. I got a cool idea for the design of this room up here that is actually given to me in one of my live streams. You guys should check those out. Twitch.tv/prow_8413. And we're going to get the things we need to put that together. It's going to look so awesome. I'm super excited to see this. So step number one is we're going to start with the floor in here, and kind of like we did, I can't get up there, in the spawner room where we used this crimson wood for the floor. We're going to do the same thing here as well. Also, like we did there before, I want to make sure this area is nice and well lit. So I'm going to go and just pop like some poke holes in every so often, like here and here, etc., etc. And that way we can keep this place well lighted. Well lit. Sorry for that. We can keep this place well lit, and we don't have to have visible lighting in here. Although I can incorporate it if we need to. I'm gonna throw these guys in, and I'm gonna get the crimson slabs in, and I think this will bring the room together just with that little bit. Oh, this floor looks so awesome already. I am super happy with it, and I put it down here too. I think it looks really good here. Do something else down here too. I'm not quite sure yet. I need to think about that a little bit, but I have even bigger plans for up here, because up here is where I am going to implement that plan that one of my people in my stream gave me, and they said that I should incorporate bone blocks into this, and I thought that was a super awesome idea. So I got a cool plan here. We're going to implement, I think, this like rib cage looking thing into this. And I've gotten prepared for it. I got my bones here. And I got the very expensive coal blocks here. And I'm going to be so mad for doing this, because it's a lot of coal blocks to use for something like this. Oh gosh, hello. Oh, can you guys? Ow. Go away. But I think it's worth what the cost is going to be. I think I need to make the ceiling a little bit higher, and I need to peel all of this back by one additional block. So got some more work to do. All right, now with our space cleared here, we need to build the rib cage. Now remove this block here, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and we're going to put a little block right here. And then if we keep that symmetrical, it means one's going to go right here, but that's not going to work. So what if we just do that, and like the ribs kind of like cut out right there? I think will work. And we need to come over here and mimic that. So we need to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then same thing here. Isn't that the most like pleasing sound in all of Minecraft, the bone blocks being placed? Oh, that sounds so good. And what we can do, we can kind of like pillar up in the middle here, so we hit all sides. And then what if we do this, do this, this, do this? All of those corner ones were temporary blocks, so we actually have what looks like a curve in the bones. It's definitely, I'm loving it already. It's looking a lot like a rib cage. It really is. I like the way that looks. Okay. And then what if we add in some type of like spinal cord here? So we go 3, we bring those guys all the way down. And I'm not going to be able to, oh, it's this side right here. Like this. And then I guess we close ourselves up. Wait, which way am I facing? This way? That. And let's maybe add some depth. That like this. Have like maybe this one going down like this. Yeah, I like that. And then what if we put some little like notches like right here, here. Right here and right here. Oh yeah, it looks awesome. It looks really good. And now it looks kind of silly just sitting here like this. Although it does look kind of neat. Like it does look like a spinal cord and like a rib cage or something. Some type of bone structure at least for sure. And then now, what if we've taken our black coal? Black coal. All coal is black. In this area. And then let's get this whole thing covered and see what it looks like. And there it goes. It looks so awesome. I used coal blocks. This wasn't, maybe it wasn't the smart decision, but I tried other blocks, other dark blocks, blackstone and wool and obsidian, and none of it looked anywhere near as coal blocks. So I put in the grind. I did a little bit of mining for some coal blocks and we got them. But this is the only place that will have the coal blocks. So we need to actually take this awesome look now, and we need to transition it down here. So down here, I believe we're going to probably do blackstone on the walls because it does fit the color theme in here, just at a different contrast, and it fits the color theme like in there. And then we'll have like a cool stairway going down here. The walls in here, yeah, those will be the blackstone, and I think we're going to continue what we did before as well, and then we're going to do basalt for the ceiling, just like we did basalt for the ceiling in there. So I'm going to do a little bit of swapping out, and then let's see where this takes us. Aesthetically, this is getting pretty close to done. I still have to do that, so I guess it's not that close, and I still need to do that too. But we got the look down. I got this like pinstripe looking like thing for the stairs going down here. I think it looks really awesome. I love the look. So far, we're keeping with the all crimson wood down here. I think it'll probably stay that way. We got our blackstone walls. We got our basalt ceilings. I used some nether wart blocks to kind of throw in like some pillory like accents, which I think looks really awesome. We'll probably end up having another one right here, just like this. And right in here is where our trash can device that we're going to build is going to go. Probably don't need to put this much blackstone, but it's fine. We'll just go ahead and put a little bit of that in there. And I have a cool idea of a look that I want to do for that. So I guess let's get that together. And now we're going to make quick work of this trash can. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my dropper facing down right there, just like that. See, it's facing down. Let me get a blocked pillar up one. I've already set things up here. We're going to have some hoppers. I can pick block one. Go into the dropper. So you see they're going into the dropper. And make sure it's a dropper, not a dispenser. You're going to take a redstone comparator that's going to tell us every single time something is in that hopper right there. We're going to, again, take a block, put a block right here, which is going to get powered. That block is going to power this guy right here. And we're going to put another block right here. So every time that this has a item in it, it's going to send a signal right here that's going to power this block. It is then going to power this piece of redstone, power this block, and then make this dispenser or dropper kick out an item. Now, you may think that that is enough because that should mean that, oh, every time this has something in it, it's good to go. It sends the item out. That's not totally correct. It needs to be a clock, because if it's not a clock, if you have multiple items coming through quickly, a lot of them are just going to end up in this dropper and not get sent back out, because this guy right here is going to stay on. It's not going to flicker on and off. We need to make it flicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn into subtract mode. So we want to subtract a signal from it every single time we have opportunity to. We're going to put a piece of redstone right here, this is a little redstone cross, which means that it is also going to power this block. So power goes from this block to that, from that redstone cross to this block right here. And then we need to take a repeater signal out of it, because we need a stronger signal here than what we're pulling it over here. And then we're going to put a piece of redstone dust right here that's going to go into the comparator. It's going to, it's going to subtract that signal out of that comparator, and then make it so it continually loops around. So what should happen is if I go in this guy right here and I throw in, I don't need to throw a lot in, I throw these guys in right here. You guys see what's happening down there? It's shooting them all out. That's your clock right there. That's going to fit at least in this space right here, and it's going to run our dropper. Let's go ahead and decorate everything down here now. And there we go. That'll finish it off. So now everything that drops down in there will drop straight in. All of our items that need to get sorted in the chest will get sorted in the chest. I've added in some ambiance to the room by throwing in some chains hanging from the ceiling. I think look totally awesome. We got some lights hidden behind some trapdoors in here, which look amazing. We got our little button right here that we've already looked at. I decorated up through here. See, we hid some lights behind fence posts back there. I got all the walls in here as the concrete, or not concrete, the blackstone bricks, which looks great. And then if we go further this way right here, you can see my little entryway going up where we got some shroom lights there. Some shroom lights also hidden behind some fence posts there. We got the pillars through here. And we got a cool little entrance area right here with some bone blocks around. It just kind of marks the whole place off and kind of lets you know the theme that you're going to walk into when you get down here. And if I don't say so myself, I say everything is now done. We're going to kill this spider. I thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked the episode, hit the like button, drop me a comment down below, and let me know how you like things. Also, I'll see you for the next Bedrock guide. Did I hear something? Oh, it's that guy right there. I'll see you for the next Bedrock guide episode. Goodbye.